Hello, guys. Hello, hello, and hello. We are back. We are back for another video. Thank you guys for being here. Um, I was trying to check out some technical difficulties, guys, with StreamYard is acting crazy tonight. I hope we can get through this damn video with no more major issues. Lord, I'm about to sit the StreamYard. I'm trying to stay with them because I got all my music and stuff uploaded on here. But we're going to figure this thing out. Hopefully it holds up tonight. Lord, I'm so sick of this. But yeah, let's get on with the show. Let's get on with the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion. Thank each and every one of you guys for coming back. Somebody said I made it and said I made it to a live. Yes, you did, Robin Love. Thank you, okay? Thank you for being here. I appreciate all 101 of you guys and still growing. All right, we're going to get on into the show. We have a lot of great things. Tonight, our topic, if you saw our description, we'll be talking about, yeah, this is not only one of the, yeah, I've seen a lot of content creators that use StreamYard. They're having issues with it. I've already sent StreamYard an email. Hopefully they fix it like really soon. I'm not sure what the hell the issue is, but I promise y'all it's not me. All my stuff is right over here, okay? Yes, so y'all bear with us. Bear with us, content creators. We're all dealing with the issue, okay? All right, so tonight we're going to be digging into some industry dealings with, thanks for being here, Ramel Buxton Johnson, all right? We're going to be digging into some industry stuff with the one and only Mary J. Blige. Okay, this one's going to be really interesting. Probably some things that you guys don't know, and you might have some things that you do know. Okay, yeah. Mary had a very tumultuous life. She also had a very good life. Some things were good, but she had a lot of bad things that happened, and we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I want to kind of go over something that kind of came across my desk that I do want to talk about right quick before we get into this. Some really hot tea, and I don't want to save it for Car Chronicles. All right, now, one of Diddy and Cassie's male freak-offs, you guys, one of the guys that was involved in a few male freak-offs with Cassie and Diddy, he actually calls himself Diddy and Cassie's sex slave, okay? Yes, he was speaking out. We're finding out now that he was found unalived. Now, he did a whole live video where he spoke out about some things that were going on with Diddy and Cassie and stuff that he knew about. I said, oh my Lord, because we know what happens when people start talking and throwing Diddy and Cassie and them up under the bus, y'all. I said, Lord. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and get to this damn video, honey, and let him go ahead and tell you, child, what he knows. But before we get there, they're saying that the male FO freak offer, okay, says that he corroborated everything that Cassie said in her deposition, okay? He gave dates, he gave times, hotels that he was meeting them at rather. He talked about Diddy's positions and stuff that Diddy liked. He talked about Diddy sitting back and watching him with Cassie and how, you know, Diddy also participated in some of this stuff too. So he wasn't just sitting back grinding pepper and all this other stuff. He was participating, all right? But he was said to be deleted and or unalived on this month, on the 15th of this month. So December 15th, as of December 15th of 2023, they're saying that the male FO is unalived due to speaking out on some things that he encountered with Diddy and Cassie in these infamous FOs, okay? And as you guys also know, he was cooperating with the feds, and he was also speaking out about these things. I'm going to go ahead and play for you guys what he had to say. He said he had his last encounter in 2017 with Cassie and Diddy for one of their freak-offs, okay? His name was John Odie. He was a male exotic dancer as well, and he also escorted by night. So he had two jobs. So let's see what else. Okay. He is originally from South Africa, and he recently became a U.S. citizen just a few years ago. All right. I'm digging up some fun facts on him. But he has spoken out. I'm gonna go ahead and spill this. Give me a second. Let me pull it up here.
Okay. Yeah. P. Diddy, whatever you call it. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's part of what's called the Blige. The Blige is a branch of the
Shout out to Tasha K.
It's the black.
This is him.
I settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land on the contracts. It's his
I'm gonna just play it because this is Tasha K stuff. I don't want her tripping.
Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with people and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I called herpes, and I came back didn't for herpes and won. But they did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I figured it out, it's possible I can produce a copy. So Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney. Yeah, out in Los Angeles. Yeah, he had he dropped Michael and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone last year. What happened is Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. DJ Khaled, Ross, and P. Diddy? Yeah. They're all gay? Yeah. Gotcha.
Y'all hear that?
He's a Hamas supporter. Okay. Supporter? Hamas. Yeah. Sorry, I said it wrong. No. Hamas supporter. Okay. Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking pulled out on a yacht.
Yes.
Binge drinking and drugs. Yeah. The hip-hop agenda was supported, was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed. Because when they killed him, you gain fame. When people, your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous. Okay, that's how they do it. All right. Tupac's still alive. He's in Cuba. Basically, what happened is the hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to reform the DEA. They move all the dope, on private jets, which don't get screened by customs, by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder and MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself. Having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks all the time.
Y'all hear that? Those of you just coming in, I'm typing in the updates in the chat for those of you coming in. All right, so let's do a little rundown. If you guys were listening, he named out a few rappers. He said he's been a freak off. He's had 15 encounters with Cassie and Diddy at multiple locations and hotels and things like that. But oh my God. He's saying that DJ Khaled, he's also saying Rick Ross, he's saying that they're all GAY, and he knows about encounters with them. Okay. I said, oh my God, he was telling everything. So that may be why he is no longer here, because he was naming names and he was telling stuff. He was also talking about some DURG, some cocaine with a C that he saw as well, that he thought that was being moved around as well, between Diddy and some folk. These are his words, not mine. Yes. So that is what's being said, you guys. So he is saying that he was involved in several freak-offs with Diddy and Cassie. And he names other people who are also involved in this as well, which I typed it in the chat. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is said and alleged that he was unalived on December 15th of this year. All right, because he began to talk. It's so crazy. All right, so let me go ahead and get into what I pulled up, because I'm nosy. Oh my God. All right, so so they're saying that John Odie, his obituary death is saying that the tragic loss of Jonathan Odie, a beloved resident of Door, Florida. He lived in Florida, was on December the 15th of 2023. It says it has left an emptiness, okay, that we can no longer get over. They said he was a very nice guy. He was an exotic dancer. And like I said, he also was like a escort as well. So he was a dancer and he was also an escort, and he was hired to do several freak offs with Diddy and Cassie. Okay. So yeah. Y'all, what do y'all think about that? It's so sad. I hate that about him. I really hate that about him. Let's go ahead and pull up his picture. Hope you guys can see that. Can y'all see that? That's him. Okay. John Odie. That's him. John Odie. Rest in peace to John Odie. But as you guys know, Cassie, like I said, she is cooperating with the feds. As I told you guys, I want to say yesterday or the day before. And I've also been talking about the situation with TD Jakes. I know you guys may have seen that hit the news today. Who put that out a few days ago? Caramel. Okay. Thanks to my good digging over here with my good shovel. Yeah, so now it's on the internet now. It's all over the place about TD Jakes being caught and being in some freak offs out here. Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, I said, see, you can run, but you cannot hide. Now, we do have one of Diddy's accusers who was very good friends with Cassie. She is now speaking out. I pray for her safety, because Lord have mercy, people are starting to come up missing, baby, when they start talking and revealing things. That's my fear. Okay. That is my fear. This man, he was only telling his story and what he was involved in. I mean, damn, I don't think he should not be here anymore because of that. But let's go ahead and get into Cassie's friend as she talks about some things that she witnessed and she knows about. And that Cassie just recently talked to her about. Okay. Yes, TD Jakes is there in Dallas. He does have a church, a mega church actually, called the Potter's House. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna get into it because it's juicy, y'all. It's juicy.
Giving her a black eye before the premiere.
All right, so let's get into
Diddy
it.
giving her a black eye before the premiere of her 2016 film, The Perfect Match.
I remember one time her telling me that I think it might have been The Perfect Match, that movie that she was in, and she told me that she had a black eye under her makeup.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes,
I do. Why?
I mean, look at his rap sheet.
An attorney for Cassie declined to comment. Diddy's attorney did not respond. In 2015, Diddy was arrested on 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon and other charges for allegedly beating up his son's football coach. Prosecutors declined to file felony charges related to that arrest.
Y'all see that? So Diddy was arrested for putting hands on his son's football coach. And Cassie actually had a movie premiere where she had to have on caked up makeup on her face because Diddy gave her a black eye prior to the premiere. Okay. This friend, she's speaking out on some more. Let's go ahead and play that for you as well.
He called a freak off against her will.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak offs? You know, that he would hire these like sex workers and like they would have, you know, sex with her or whatever, and he would watch, and tell them what to do.
In her lawsuit, Cassie alleges she was forced to participate in freak-offs throughout her relationship with Diddy. Red learning recently one horrific detail from Cassie.
She told me the only time he was willing to do anything or work on her music, go through any plans, any of that, was when she had a freak off. So all of our music, all my work, to find out that like I spent all these years writing these songs for him to rape my friend to, like, is just
sad. I'll say it for you. It's sad. Now that is Cassie's friend that I said she was there with Cassie. She was helping write music for Cassie. She witnessed some of the things. She actually also talked about in another video where she actually witnessed Diddy running up on Cassie and getting in her face and putting her face, and that she was high out of her mind during that time. She said it was very sad. So she's speaking out on that. That just really makes me sad. That really, really makes me sad. So thank God that she is speaking out. I'm very happy about that. All right, give me a sec. I don't want to miss anything. I know I've been saving some stuff here. Yeah, I think that might be it. Yeah. All right, so we got that. All right, so now for the TD Jakes news, which I had already put that out there, but I'm going to go ahead now and read to you guys in detail what it is saying. It's saying that that TD Jakes, of course, is trending now on social media about the rumors of him with Diddy. Now they're saying that the mega pastor TD Jakes, and he's been called at some Diddy parties, and plus they're saying that Cassie allegedly provides new evidence to the feds, which also has something to do with TD Jakes as well. Okay. Now they're saying that, of course, it's on TikTok and everywhere. It was erupted with chaos. They're saying after a TikToker, he also put the information out there. And there's an email that I also played on my channel, which told in detail the information that Cassie was turning over to the feds, which was Kim Porter's burner phone, as well as some USB information on the USB thing. And I think she has some information from that book as well. Okay. Now they're saying that Cassie sued Diddy for allegedly sex trafficking and abuse, among other things, throughout their over a decade-long relationship. They're saying although they've since settled amicably, that more groundbreaking information continues to hit the headlines. They say that the latest claim seemingly originated from a popular blogger who first put it out. There it says in a nearly 40-minute video, they're saying that the information was received and an alleged tip from an unknown individual who cited that Cassie had turned on Diddy's ex and children's mother, Kim Porter. Wait a minute, that she turned in some information from Diddy's baby's mother, Kim Porter, okay, a burner phone to the police. All right. Now they're saying that allegedly, along with the device and a USB, that Cassie provided exclusive video, audio recordings of Diddy's supposed sex parties, where he has hosted several powerful people in the industry over the years. They're saying that the evidence was said to have been given to aid in her case against the Bad Boy Records founder. Okay. TD Jakes' name was in that as well. It says that Cassie has turned over a substantial amount of evidence to the feds. They said that they're told that after Cassie had a long conversation with a confidential source and her lawyers, that she finally was convinced to give up the videotapes and audio recordings that contain footage of sex parties and other private gatherings that featured pretty powerful and prominent people. They're saying, and get this, this says that she even gave up a burner phone and USB that belonged to Kim Porter with incriminating evidence against Diddy. They're saying that they continued later in the message mentioning 66-year-old Bishop TD Jakes' alleged connection to Diddy and his sinister operations. Okay. I'm sorry. And it's said and alleged that he is on some of the USB information that was turned over to the feds as well. So it was saying that he was involved and or engaging in allegedly some of the FOs with Diddy. And I kept saying, what the hell is he doing at these parties? Because we know what happens at these parties. As a bishop, you shouldn't be there. So now you're being put out there, and now there's alleged video of you doing some inappropriate things. You shouldn't be there, period. But that's what your ass get. I don't feel sorry for no pastor to get involved in stuff like that, because you know right from wrong, okay? And you get wrapped up in Hollywood and fame, and you allow that to make you make decisions, which now is getting ready to bring you down along with Diddy. I mean, what is he going to do? Probably call Russell Simmons now and say, hey, move over. We're moving in. He probably going to hightail it to Blige, just like Russell Simmons did. Because I done told y'all this morning, I don't see Diddy trying to be spending the rest of his life in prison with the amount of information they're saying that Cassie has turned over with video, audio, burner phone, USB. Like, imagine the type of stuff. And see, Diddy thought he was slick. If you guys go back and read the deposition, it was saying that he was thinking that he deleted most of the stuff, and that Cassie was trying to delete stuff, but Diddy had stuff on, like the videos. He always videoed the encounters. So he was thinking that he got rid of said videos, okay, when this situation happened. But Cassie had some stuff backed up that he knew nothing about, okay? I think she saved probably some of that stuff in the cloud. Y'all know that stuff stay in the cloud, okay? But yeah, that shit is so crazy. And then, of course, we're talking about the feds going into Diddy's home. Y'all know he's in London. They're saying that 36 tapes were confiscated because he was videoing these SEX encounters, these FOs. So there's no telling who's going to be seen on these FOs. And if this guy, Mr. John Odie, is saying that Rick Ross, what's his name? Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and some more people were also involved, I don't even want to know who else. And then I'm hearing that rapper The Game was also allowing Diddy to take him out shopping. They were supposed to be working on music. They never worked on music, but he allowed Diddy to take him out shopping several times. Okay. So we all know that that's Diddy's pickup line. Hey, let me take you shopping. Let's go party. So they're saying that rapper The Game has been out partying, or have been out partying, and Diddy have bought him a lot of stuff, like took him shopping as well. So I don't know if he was maybe involved in some things as well. Yeah. They said, no, not The Game. Yes, look it up, baby. Y'all know I ain't gonna never steer you wrong and tell you no lies over here. So that is verifiable. You can go Google it right now, and you will see. Go on YouTube, Google it right now. Diddy takes The Game out shopping. Just type that in, and boom, you'll see a plethora of videos where, yeah. Travis Scott, he also took Travis Scott out shopping as well. So he also helped get rid of that situation for Travis Scott, where, you know, those people were unalived at his concert. Yeah, he helped make that go away. Yeah, Diddy was involved in a lot of stuff, and he does not do anything for anybody for free. Everything is done for a purpose, and you have to pay him back in some type of way. And the way you do that is partying with him. Okay, so I get you out some shit, and you get to be my bottom. That's pretty much how he looks at it. But let's get on into the show. Rest in peace again to Mr. John Odie. I hope that they arrest whoever is involved in that. Okay, we already know, allegedly. All right. Okay, so next thing, let's go and get into Miss Mary J. Blige, one of my favorite artists. Mary J. has had a very, very hard life. Okay, it was said and alleged that she was preggo by Diddy. They're saying that she may have had an AB and or lost the baby. We all know that she dropped out of school in the 11th grade because she was going through a lot of depression and a lot of things that she was going through in her home life as well. Yeah. So she originally got discovered by Andre Harrell, which then Andre Harrell then passed her over to Diddy for him to help her with her career. And she and Diddy kind of fell out because Diddy was kind of pitting her against Faith Evans, trying to compare them, the two artists, in which the two of them never really got along, because Mary J. Blige was very close friends with Lil' Kim, which we all know Lil' Kim was messing with Diddy. Faith didn't like that. Faith and Kim, they really didn't have a great rapport. And the fact that Mary J. Blige took up her, you know, to be real good friends with Lil' Kim, that kind of caused a wedge between Mary J. Blige and Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans. Okay. But like I said, Mary J, through her life, she went through depression, she went through addiction in her life. And most of what she was going through, if you listen very closely to her music, most of the time what Mary was going through, it was in her music. If you listen to her like that, okay? And that's with most artists. Sometimes if you listen real good, you can hear, oh, they're going through something. Heartbreak be the best stuff. Y'all know when she was going with Casey from Jodeci, she went through a lot of shit with him. He took her through hell, but her albums and her music that she made during that time was very, very good. Now, we all know What's the 411 was her first album. Great album. That's when she was dressed like a tomboy. She had the hats on, pulled down, the big combat boots. Misa Hilson, which is P. Diddy's baby mama, that was her idea to come up with that attire for her, because she wanted it to be this kind of uptown look. She wanted it to be something different, because we didn't really see girls dressed like that. Girls were girly back then, but she wanted to change it up for Mary J. Blige, because she really wasn't the type to be like in dresses and stuff like that. She was kind of tomboyish, so it kind of worked out for her in terms of her image back then. Okay, now they're saying that Mary J. Blige says that Diddy was like a brother, so I'm willing to believe that a lot of things that were going on was Mary J. Blige was very privy to the things that was going on. Diddy didn't just start doing FOs and trafficking and all this stuff. So I think, in my crazy mind, that Mary may have known some things, but she was not going to expose it because her career was on the line. Just like everybody else who worked for Diddy. You see things and you turn your head and you don't say things because you don't want your job to be jeopardized. And Mary was trying to make it. Mary came from the hood. Mary came from having nothing. So to go from that to being in a world where money is unlimited, you're able to travel, you don't have to worry about things on the financial level, you see your career starting to snowball into something huge, then hey, you're going to see things and you're going to keep your mouth shut and just kind of deal with it. But like I said, she knows people that's been sacrificed in the industry. She actually talked about Aaliyah. When Aaliyah passed away, she said that hurt her, and she felt like at some point that she was going to be next. You can look that up in a video as well. But like I said, I feel that she chose to keep quiet versus snitching on Diddy, because at the time he was her boss and she wanted a career. That's something she wanted her entire life, and that's something that don't come every day. Now, Mary was abused for starting at age 5 years old, okay, actually by a family member who was very, very close to them, because her mother worked numerous jobs. Okay, so she and her sister were left with a family member who was supposed to watch them, but she was sexually assaulted from age 5 up until her teenage years. Okay, she talks about that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and play a video for you guys. Oh, let's keep doing some more stuff. Okay, so Diddy, let's talk about. So Diddy and Mary actually fell out for years, okay, due to alleged business woes and money issues, where she felt that she was not getting paid what she deserved from Diddy. He was doing to Mary J. Blige like he did all the other artists, 112, Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls, you name it. Everybody that worked for Diddy have talked about money issues, and Mary went through the same thing, so she decided to cut ties with him. They fell out for a while, which they've now reconciled, maybe because he went ahead and cut the check, but she was very bitter behind that. But now he has a certain level of love and respect for her. Okay, Mary, they're saying that Mary was actually drunk once and she was violated at Death Row Records from a guy over there as well, and she also used to date and or have sexual relationships with singer Danny Boy. Do you guys who know Danny Boy is? Danny Boy is the guy who sang the hook for Tupac on his song I Ain't Mad at You. Okay, do y'all know the song I Ain't Mad at You? Him. He's the one that sang that. During the time that Mary was having a sexual relationship with Danny Boy, he was 16 years old. Mary was flying him out wherever she was, whenever she wanted to see him. Okay. And I saw a video too where Danny Boy was saying that during the time that he was with Death Row, he was kind of flip-flopping and seeing guys and girls. And a lot of people didn't know that. He was able to hide it very well because there were women always around. But he was saying that there were some dudes that he kind of, took down, like Chris Brown, over at Death Row. They would never talk about it, but he admitted that in a video. And I think he's now come out to say that he is fully out of the closet. He is gay. But during the time he was sleeping with Mary J. Blige, I guess why he was trying to figure out what he was, if he was bi or if he was actually gay. But now I think he's come out as fully gay. He still has that voice. I think he just put a new album out as well, which is fire. So y'all check that out with Danny Boy. But of course, Mary J. Blige, she also had a relation, well, not a relationship, but she had relations with rapper Tupac, okay? At which Tupac kind of was telling people that Mary J. Blige had a very stinchy twat down there as well, okay? We don't never want no man to say that about the twat. They said that Tupac, she was over there trying to meet Tupac, and then she got up and was sitting in his lap or whatever, and they were saying that Tupac was running around telling people at death row that Mary had a little stench in her twat. But yeah. Oh my God, y'all. I'm trying to put it all out there. Then we're gonna start playing videos to kind of connect everything, okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the life of Mary J. Blige, and then we'll get into some of the other things that I also pulled for you guys, okay? Oh, Pop was knocking them all down, baby. He was he was taking them all down like Chris Brown, baby. Yes, he did. Okay. Oh my God. He was a mess. He also took down Faith Evans, too, allegedly. She's trying to say that they didn't, but yeah, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. Hope there don't be too many ads, because I'm gonna put it up on my stand up here. All right, so this video will be 11 minutes. Shout out to RRG. They're gonna do like a little history on Mary from beginning to end. All right. All right, so I'm gonna turn it this way. Let's see. So I don't have to hold it. All right, can y'all see? Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna learn how to upload it here soon, guys. Y'all bear with me. All right. All right. All right, so shout out to RRG. All right.
Mary J. Blige's songs are known for being a raw reflection of her life experiences, whether it was a tough childhood, substance abuse issue.
Oh, can y'all hear? Oh, I'm sorry. Did it hit the volume? I'm sorry, guys. Y'all bear with me. Oh my God.
Went through while staking
Let's
her
back it all the way
claim
up.
as the
Let's
queen
back
of
up.
hip
Let's back
hop
it up.
soul.
Back it up. All right. All right. Starting over.
Right. Mary J. Blige's songs are known for being a raw reflection of her life experiences, whether it was a tough childhood, substance abuse issues, or difficult romances. She managed to pull herself out of those dark times. Here's what the 9-time Grammy Award-winning artist went through while staking her claim as the queen of hip-hop soul. Mary J. Blige was born in the Bronx, New York on January 11th, 1971 to Cora and Thomas Blige. According to The Guardian, her mom struggled with alcoholism, and her dad was a jazz musician and Vietnam vet who suffered from PTSD. Biography.com reports her dad left when Mary was just 4. However, he would return from time to time and would get physical with her mom. Instability was the norm during the early years of her life. According to People magazine, they lived off her mom's low salary as a nurse and bounced around from place to place. Her family, along with her 5 cousins and 2 aunts, eventually settled down in a gritty public housing project in Yonkers. With her mom busy working, Mary said she was sometimes left with people her mom thought she could trust. It was around this time that a young Mary was taken advantage of by a family friend. She kept the secret to herself for years. Music was Mary's savior. Rolling Stone revealed she would go to the pier with her friends and sing as loud as she could over the Hudson River, just so she could hear what the music sounded like over the water. Mary told People magazine, "I'd wake up in the morning singing and go to bed singing, and it just made me feel great." Things weren't going great at school, though. She told the Washington Post she didn't care about education, so she dropped out. That's when she did the streets and meaningless relationships. In an interview with The Guardian, Mary said, "My mother raised me with a lot of respect, but the street raised me with disrespect." Her relationship with her family, who she described as angry, hateful, jealous, ignorant, prideful people, deteriorated as well. At the age of 17, she visited a local mall and recorded a version of Anita Baker's song entitled Caught Up in the Rapture. A friend gave the tape to Andre Harrell at Uptown Records. He was so blown away, he visited Mary and her family at their tiny Yonkers apartment. Mary sang for him, and he signed her to a record deal on the spot. To kickstart her career, she linked up with John Puff Daddy Combs. He became the executive producer of her debut album, What's the 411? After its 1992 release, it went on to become a multi-platinum hit. While working on the album, Mary met R&B singer Casey Haley of Jodeci.
Look at this fool.
The two were crazy about each other, which was evident in their duet, I Don't Want to Do Anything. They began dating, and their relationship was full of ups and downs. There were even rumors that Casey put his hands on Mary and cheated on her throughout their romance. Mary's depression and pain were on full display with her 1994 album, My Life. In an interview with Makers, she called the album a cry for help. She added, I took all this depression and oppression I was dealing with and just put it in my music. Her career took a nosedive as she hired and fired managers and went from smoking substances to sniffing them. She told The Guardian she not only paid for her own habit, but she footed the bill for everyone who was around her. The world got a first-hand look at her dysfunctional relationship in 1995. Jodeci and Mary sat down for separate interviews with the United Kingdom talk show entitled The Word. Jodeci taped their interview a few weeks prior to Mary's appearance. While live on the set, the talk show showed Mary a clip of Casey enthusiastically denying their relationship and shouting,
Casey is not getting married.
As the camera turned back to a visibly upset Mary, she replied,
Was he being super cool or what? Are you getting married?
No, we're not getting married.
I was just going to say, I'm very glad
So
to
we're
hear
not
that,
getting
man.
married.
We're not getting married now.
Not married now.
They didn't break up at that point, and with a relationship fueled by heavy drinking and taking substances, things continued to go downhill in her professional and personal life. When Mary and Method Man took home a Grammy in 1996 for their song, I'll Be There For You, she admitted to Los Angeles Confidential magazine she sniffed substances on her way inside the event and was, quote, drinking like a crazy person. Her career was on fire, but Mary's antics were out of control. According to The Guardian, she earned a reputation for constantly showing up late to interviews. She would pop off at female fans who got too close to Casey and was accused of being hostile to reporters. TV host and model Veronica Webb was one of the unlucky few who felt Mary's wrath. As their interview went all the way left, Mary asked her to step outside to fight. After that incident, the singer's record label forced her to take etiquette lessons, but Mary only lasted 2 days. What people didn't realize was Mary's outbursts were covering up the pain she was dealing with. She told The Guardian, when you hate yourself, you draw people to you who hate you too. And although she didn't name Casey, she told the story of a boyfriend who tried to take her life. She said she received a message from God who said, love yourself and put yourself first. But before that could happen, she and her then boyfriend got into an altercation. She said, I screamed with all the breath I had left as my boyfriend physically tried to take me out of this world. Casey gave his version of their relationship years later and said they were young and just having fun. He told The Breakfast Club, it just exploded. I did some things. She couldn't take that heat. During an interview with Vibe magazine, Casey said despite Mary's belief that they would become husband and wife, he never intended on marrying her. He admitted he gave her a ring, but only because she kept hinting at it and he wanted to get her off his back. He said, we never talked about starting a family or anything like that. We were not as serious as people thought. He admitted he loved her, but he couldn't take it anymore. After 12 years, their toxic romance came to an end. Speaking to The Telegraph, Mary said she continued drinking heavily and her substance issue caused her to stay up for 3 days at a time. She needed to make a change, but she didn't know how. One afternoon, while in a hotel room in Florida, Mary was spiraling to her lowest point. She said, people I thought were friends were just dispersing. I could feel myself slipping away, too. Meanwhile, manager and producer Kendu Isaac was working on a Queen Latifah track when he thought to himself, we should put Mary on this song. The year was 2000, and Queen Latifah
Latifah's people reached out to Mary's people, but Mary was on tour. Therefore, they decided to meet up when Mary's tour stopped in Detroit. Mary met them at the studio and told Essence she thought Kendu was cute, but she left him alone because she thought he and Queen Latifah were a couple. They all hung out later that night, and Mary and Kendu got an opportunity to get to know each other. He told Essence he was open to getting intimate with her, but it never happened. He said, when we got in close proximity to each other, it felt weird. It felt like a brother-sister relationship. They went their separate ways, but Kendu was eager to see her again. With some help from Queen Latifah, they received each other's contact information. While Mary was contemplating her life during that dark afternoon in Florida, Kendu called her.
Sorry for the ad, you guys. Y'all enjoying this so far?
She told Essence Magazine, it was the first conversation I had with a guy that let me know somebody cared about me, other than wanting to just, sleep with me. Kendu told her he had the right medicine to heal her, and he offered his full support. Instead of going to rehab, she and Kendu turned to a higher power. He continued to be there for her, and she eventually let her guard down, but it wasn't easy. She admitted she treated him badly for a while. She told Parade magazine, I was suspicious. It seemed too good to be true. She stopped drinking and forgave all the people who hurt her in the past. She also opened herself up to receiving true love. They moved in together, and they told Essence that after studying the Bible, they decided to practice abstinence. Eventually, Mary told Kendu, you will have to show me that you really love me that much and move out. So Kendu packed up his things and left. They continued dating and got married at her New Jersey home in December 2003. An instant family was formed as Mary became a stepmom to Kendu's 3 kids from his previous marriage. The family settled down in a $12 million mansion in New Jersey. They fought for them, but it wouldn't last. In 2016, Mary filed for divorce after 12 years of marriage. She told Angie Martinez she faced, quote, overwhelming disrespect from Kendu during their marriage. She could sense things were falling apart when he began questioning her about her cooking and her hairstyles. In an interview with Variety, Mary dragged Kendu even further by saying she thought he loved her, but he turned out to be a con artist who was after her money. She added, there was someone else that was his queen. I got played. I got suckered. Rumors emerged that Mary's protege, a singer named Starshell, was Kendu's mistress. Mary spoke of the pain and hurt caused by them in her VH1 documentary entitled Strength of a Woman, and called Starshell Becky with the good hair. If that wasn't messy enough, in her 2017 divorce docs obtained by TMZ, Mary said Kendu used about $420,000 of her money and spent it on his new girlfriend. Starshell denied all the allegations and announced her engagement to investment coach Rashawn Williams in January 2020. Mary fired Kendu as her manager, and he demanded close to $130,000 per month in spousal support. He claimed to have grown accustomed to a lavish lifestyle, and after getting fired, he had no income to support himself. People magazine reported Mary was ordered to pay him temporary spousal support in the amount of $30,000 per month. Eventually, the divorce was finalized in 2018, but the terms were kept confidential. Looking back, Mary now realizes Kendu wasn't the right man for her. She told BBC Radio, in the future she'll only accept a partner who has more money than her because she refuses to take care of another man. She's now at peace and even made amends with her ex-boyfriend Casey during VH1's 2017 Dear Mama Mother's Day special. It's true that time heals all wounds. Mary has gone on to earn her GED and is focused on uplifting other women through her charity, the Foundation for the Advancement of Women Now. She continues to make music and is taking the acting world by storm by receiving 2 Oscar nominations in 2018 for her role in the film Mudbound. Mary's strength echoes throughout her relatable lyrics, and despite all that she's been through, she'll forever reign supreme as the queen of hip-hop soul. Let us know your thoughts on Mary J. Blige's life story.
Okay.
And thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.
Y'all enjoy that? I sure did. Very informational. It took you all the way back and all the way back up. So yes, I love me some damn Mary J. Blige. She really, really went through a lot in her life. and she had to deal with a lot in the industry, and a lot of it was damn stress coming from Diddy and the way he was doing things business wise, which I didn't like. But I mean, shit. She's still touring. She's still making money. I don't like the fact that she had to pay him $30,000 a month when he was the one that was stepping out and cheating. Like, why you can't get a job like everybody else can do? Like, I felt like he was being too much. You trying to act like Wendy Williams' damn ex-husband now, and Martell Hope. That's the vibes it gave me. $30,000 a month in temporary spousal support. I said, Lord, hell to the no. But all right, so Lord. All right, so now I'm going to play the video that I found where he was let's see what the guy was talking about. He that Mary was messing around with Tupac, okay? She hung out a lot at Death Row Records too, and so did Diddy's baby mama Misa Hilson, because they're saying that she had an encounter with Suge Knight as well, which is what really sparked low key, that's what really sparked a lot of drama between Suge Knight and Diddy. The fact that his baby mama Misa was hanging out over there and giving up the draws over there. That's what they said. And the person that corroborated that was Danny Boy, because he was signed under Suge Knight's label, Death Row. Okay, so he was telling a lot of stuff. He was telling names. But let me go ahead and get to this video, honey. Okay. Let's get to the video. Because I done saved a whole bunch of them because I want to get, child, listen. I have saved a lot of videos for you guys because I wanted you guys to be able to hear the good stuff. Okay, so this is the one where Tupac is saying,
hip-hop record label up to date in the 5 decades of hip-hop. The Death Row record story is based upon a lifestyle that set the tone for gangster rap in the 90s, which significantly changed the course of American music history. Tupac's friend Kendrick Wells says in a recent interview that Tupac smashed Mary J. Blige and told him and Suge Knight that her WAP had a foul smell after smashing while Suge Knight smashed P. Diddy's baby mama.
Mary was a great woman. Her image, from what I had seen from her being the leader of what was she called, the queen of hip hop back then, kind of like her music was different, and I didn't like her. You know, I didn't really like, you know, that style. But when I met her, she was so nice. You know, I just have to say that. Tupac was we were finishing up All Eyes on Me, and I think she was seeing KC at the time, and I think they got into it or something. And she left. I don't know if she called up Tupac or maybe she left because Tupac called her up. Who knows? But she went with Pac. He was smashed. He went to his house on his little loft, and he hit that affiliated. And oh man, yeah. Ooh, there goes the story right there. Suge was hitting somebody. He was hitting somebody. I think Puffy's woman. We was all at Pac's house. He was in one room. He was in another. I left. I didn't have nothing to smash that day. They were going at that high level. So yeah, they was doing it. Him and Suge was banging them out, kind of like me and Tupac was when we were younger. Other than the comment that you probably heard, I'm not going to repeat. I just be like, I don't know. Nah, nothing really.
What comment? I mean,
I'll let
you talking about the comment about, I think Reggie Wright, he told me a story about how Mary J. Blige was sitting on Tupac's lap, and Tupac told Suge afterwards that she had a stench or whatever.
I'll just say he probably didn't get the stench when she was sitting on his lap, probably when she was in his bed with her knees. Yeah. That was right. He said that.
So when Tupac was having relations with Mary J. Blige, that's when he, smelled the stench with her.
That's fine. Are we really talking about Mary J?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just
about
trying
Mary J's vagina right now. Well,
hey, you know.
Hey, women have certain times when it's right. Sometimes it ain't. Maybe that was their only opportunity to get down. Maybe there was not enough time for soap and shopping. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I heard that story.
Do you think Tupac was smashing Mary J? Do you think Suge Knight was smashing P. Diddy's baby mama? Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about Kendrick Wells' comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your...
So while she was with KC, probably they were going through some things like he was saying. And she decided that she was gonna mosey on over there and be with Tupac. Tupac, I told y'all, he was bringing all the girls to the yard. Tupac was bringing all the girls to the damn yard. He was with a lot of people. Tupac was chopping them down. He was really chopping them down. Okay, I was like, damn, Tupac. He was getting a lot of booty back then. Damn. All right, so but y'all enjoying this? But yeah, I think I had one more. Yeah, I wanted to play you guys the one with Danny Boy, where Danny Boy was talking about he was in a relationship with her, and he was 16, y'all. Danny Boy was 16 years old when he was messing with Mary J. Blige. I said, damn, 16? The hell? Yo, 16. Let's see. Y'all enjoying all this tea I'm pulling up? Okay, yeah, here you go.
Laundry day is today.
So this one is going to be like 13 minutes.
That stuff is stealing my thunder.
This one is going to be like 13 minutes. This is Danny Boy, the one that's saying that I ain't mad at you on the Tupac soundtrack. Okay. He sounded like he was kind of in love with her too. Shout out to The Art of Dialogue.
What was the relationship like between Suge Knight and Puff Daddy prior to the Atlanta incident?
I can't say that I've seen much of their interactions before Atlanta. I think you're speaking on when Jake was shot. Suge's friend was shot and died there.
Yeah, shot and killed, yeah.
You know, I'm sure that became just after that, from them saying that it was a whole Puffy people and things like that. I think that's when the big animosity did start, because Jake was a very big piece to Death Row and to Suge's friendship as well.
Was you in Atlanta when it happened?
I was not.
So just tell me, what did you exactly hear about that incident?
I heard that they kind of got into it. Suge and Jake kind of got into it, and the inside was on some of Puffy people. And they went out to the limousine, went to get in the car, and the same guy kind of just basically upped on Jake. Jake was a big, tall dude. And he upped on him and shot him. And I think Jake died several days later.
Shout out to The Art of Dialogue.
The 95 Social Awards, take me through the entire day leading up to that award show.
I think we had just done a video.
This is Danny Boy, guys. Danny Boy.
Suge started telling everybody we're gonna go to New York. Back up. We're going to New York. I was used to it because Suge would call you 10 minutes before a flight and get to the airport. We on our way out. Don't bring nothing. And I get to running. This time, everybody got to packing up and going to New York. And I knew we were going to an award show, but didn't really know what award show. I think this was the Source first annual, or maybe this was the second time doing the show. And when we got there, like, you notice how many people that Suge had bought. Like, we went. Probably it was about 150 of us that was in New York. And you felt the tension because I knew Suge was in the works of, I think at this time, trying to get Pac out of jail, and they were in conversation, and you kind of seen the kind of shit going up there. But when Suge was getting ready to go up on the stage, he told me, come on. No, he told me to come on before he went up. And I didn't really move. And one of the homies like, oh. And, you know, I'm excited. I'm 15, 16 years old. I get up there. Woo! I'm happy. But then inside of me doing all this happiness and yelling and excited about being on TV, I'm hearing Suge say, And I'm thinking, you want to, you tired of your single being all in the videos, and then I'm going, woo! All I'm thinking is this nigga is coming for me. What the fuck? And come to Death Row. The whole auditorium booed us. I never been moved or felt boos in the inside of my life. Like you just would feel the bass from my vocal. Boo! You felt it from people being in unison. And, that's when Sid walked out and said, y'all ain't got no love for Death Row. And da-da-da-da-da-da. But it was really tight because of the security that we had to have when we got there. I mean, it was serious. It was serious.
What was the reaction from all the other Death Row artists when Suge Knight made them comments? Like, what was the immediate reaction from them?
I think everybody was always a little bit surprised, but
sorry, but
I got to give it to them. When it was time to move, it was time to make a move. Like, if shit was on some ignorant shit or whoever was on some ignorant shit, we moved as a unit. Whether we agreed with it or not. And I don't recall any of the other artists not agreeing with it out loud. It just wasn't a thing, again, that you would do out loud. Like, you hear a lot of people have their opinions now. Now that they're grown and shit locked up, everybody have their opinions. When I talk in my opinions and things that I would say to Suge, I said to him as a kid. And I think that's what kind of made him like me. Like, if something I didn't agree with, I'm going to tell him, nah, I don't want to do that. Be like, man, you need to go in the room. I'm not going in no room. I don't want to go, Anybody else, if he said go in the room, it was grown men walking in rooms because he said it too. I don't think they, like I said, if he said it and we was riding with it at that time, we were riding with him.
Right. The performance. Death Row performed at that award show. They actually had a cardboard cutout of Tupac in one of the cells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who idea was that?
I can't really say I know who came up with that idea. But like I said, I knew Suge was in talks of getting Pac out of jail because we were going to visit him.
While you was in New York for the Source Awards, that's the first time you met Mary J. Blige and Puff Daddy baby mama Misa, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I met after the award show, we went up to the room. I forgot what hotel that it was. But Suge would always have the biggest room in the damn building, the presidential suite. And I was in the room and Suge called me. He said, come upstairs for a minute. And my god brother was there with me. He said, come up by yourself.
Mm.
So when he said that, it's either it's another girl upstairs for me, or somebody probably finna get their ass whooped upstairs or something. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, oh man, here we go. I get up to the room and it's a table full of girls sitting around the table. And they all eating, everybody eating, and they ordering food, and some of the homies are in the room. And Misa's sitting there. Misa is Puffy's baby mother. Devontae's one of Devontae's baby mama, and I think Casey's baby mama was up there. No, it wasn't. It was Devontae's baby mama and Mary and a couple other chicks that was at the table.
They had all the baby mamas up in there.
And we talking and we drinking. And I'm kind of excited. Again, I'm from the west side of Chicago, and who doesn't look up to Mary J. Blige as like, one of the queens, of that time. She's the queen of R&B at that time, at least in the hood. And we up there chilling and drinking. And I think after I left for a little while, we was talking. I think I left out, and Suge called me back up to the room. He said, come back upstairs, man. Old girl wants to see you. Fuck is old girl? I think I'm one of the other girls that was at the table. And I get up there to the room. Suge's in his room, and Misa's sitting on the bed with a sheet wrapped around her. And you can kind of see like a nice body, and she got this sheet wrapped around her. And Mary's sitting on the couch. So I know the girl that he in the bed with don't want me. So I went in. he closed the door and shit, and I sit down and I start talking to Mary. And inside, I'm about to lose it because.
Sorry for the ad, guys. Sorry.
Listen to
Nobody likes
And sorry. Damn, they gonna do 2 back to back, really? Sorry, guys.
She's sitting here talking to Mary. She's sitting on the couch and shit, and we ordered some food and some more drinks. And somebody knocked on the window, knocked on the door. She ran and kind of damn jumped behind the couch, hiding. I'm looking like, what's your problem is? And she make sure that's not Kay. Kay. You know, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't care. You know, I'm talking to him. I don't care who he is. You got to be running and jumping and did it. But she was actually talking about KC. She was thinking that KC she had like this postpartum type, you know, the shit that people in the army probably go through when they hit bangs. Like when it came to KC at that time.
That's crazy.
You know? And she's sitting on the couch and shit. I'm like, you know, you ain't got to worry about him. You know, you straight. You did it like I'm 15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end. And she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap.
Come on now.
I'm like, damn. You can't be talking about Mary was talking about she wanted me to come back up here and now she on my lap. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, what is this gonna end up to? And she stayed a couple more hours. And we decided to go in another room because it was a suite. We went in another room and laid down. And she laid down with me and she kind of like backed up against me. And every time she backed up against me, I would move away and shit, you know? And from that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. You know, that's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was pot girl. Because at that time, she was my girl.
Yes, now.
At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and shit, and I'm trying to show her that she ain't phasing me. I'm hard as goddamn. She's backing up against me. This Mary J. Blige. And
wow.
Like next week, I mean, you know, I don't even know if you're supposed to say you had sex with people on camera. Anyway, whatever. I'm not quite sure, but
relations.
Yeah, we had relations. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it out. And I said it in the book, and I was saying it because it was my Instagram moment. I should say before Instagram came out, or that was my moment. That was my social media moment to be able to say that in the book. Because had it been cameras or something around or being able to make a post, I probably would have tried to make it something very serious with her, especially after being there more than 5 times.
And you kept in contact with Mary J. Blige after that, right?
I did, for sure. For sure. She would fly me in sometimes, and I'd fly down to see her. And my last time seeing her in New York was when I was on my way to work with Devontae in Rochester, New York.
Tell me about that.
Well, Suge wanted me to go down to New York to work with Devontae. At this time, Devontae was running the basement. His crew was called the Basement, and we're down in Rochester. And he had Timberland and Magoo, Missy. Missy was a part of the group Sister. I think it was Missy and Tweet.
Mm-hmm.
And my boy Genuine. Shout out to Genuine. He had all those artists down there, and I just went down there to do some records with him and had an opportunity on my way to fly down there to stay for about a month or so. Mary kind of tricked me. She tricked me when I missed my flight to go up to Rochester. I flew into New York, and I was supposed to fly out to Rochester. I stayed with her that night. And went to Rochester and had an opportunity to cut some great records with Devontae Swing.
So you was messing around with Mary J. Blige before Tupac, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
unless he messed with her back before he went to jail.
So when did Tupac come in the picture?
Pac came in the picture a little bit after the Source Awards.
Yeah, I'm talking about like Mary J. Blige. Like
I think that was like, when Pac came around and got his girl, everybody wanted Pac. All of the girls wanted him. Everybody wanted to be around him. You know what I mean? And you kind of noticed, the girls hanging around. But I can't say that. I know for sure that Pac fucked Mary. I can't say that. I can't say that for sure.
Did you hear about it?
Nah. If they did, and I wouldn't put it past again, because she'll kind of like, connect me with her. So did he connect Pac with her? He probably did. But they wasn't gonna tell me though, because I was I'm sure in my little feelings, or I would have been in my feelings about it.
What y'all think about that? Mary had her some men, honey. So she was fooling with KC, she was fooling with Danny Boy, and she was fooling with Pop. So she was all up over there at Death Row Records, honey. Smashing out. But he was catching feelings. He was a little young buck, Danny Boy. But like I said, during that time, he was experimenting with guys as well. So that could have been where she kind of, caught a little whatever. I don't know. A little pH balance might have been off. Because like I said, during the time, he was dibbling and dabbling with some of the guys, at which he said in a whole interview that he was, he was messing with some guys over at Death Row. And he said he'll never name names, which I'm glad he's not, because I don't want nobody, But yeah, he said he'll never name any names, but he was messing with guys at Death Row. And 15, 16 years old, he was messing with Mary as well. So y'all know when you go through, if anybody have ever been through something like with Mary, it's kind of like a pattern. You kind of look for love in all the wrong places. You kind of mistake love for sex. And I feel like that's what she was kind of turning. She was looking for somebody to love her. She was looking for somebody to love her. She was violated very young. When she was a young girl, and then getting into the industry, she just wanted somebody to love her. And that's sad that, she went through what she went through with Kendu Isaacs, and then she went through what she went through with Pac. And y'all know Pac, he was very anal. He didn't give a damn. He was going around telling everybody at damn at the record label that, that a twat was stinking, all that. But I mean, she was still getting some. She was still, guys were still trying to holler at her or whatever. But yeah, somebody said she had low self-esteem. She did. She didn't think she was pretty. Mary was kind of rough coming out. When she first came out, she was rough, but you could tell that they kind of softened her up throughout, her time in the industry. If you look at her now, Mary dressed her ass off versus when she first came out. She first came out, it was straight tomboy. She came straight from outside playing basketball or something. But yeah. Now, Mary dress her ass. I don't know who her stylist is now, but baby, she be dressing some of them boots, them thigh-high boots, because I love a good thigh-high. Mary be giving it, okay? But she did have a huge falling out with Faith Evans for a song that they together. Love Don't Live Here Anymore. You guys remember when Faith Evans and Mary J. Blige did the duet Love Don't Live Here Anymore? They had some type of falling out to where Mary J. Blige, they're saying, was asking that her vocals be taken off the song with Faith Evans, in which Faith was not able to let the song out at that time because she was trying to figure out, okay, what's going on and why Mary didn't want her vocals on there anymore. But Puffy had a lot to do with that behind the scenes, because he was pitting the two women against each other, which we all know vocally Faith Evans was a better singer than Mary. Faith Evans sang a lot of background songs on Mary J's album. Did you guys know that? If you go back and listen, Faith Evans sang a lot of the backgrounds on Mary's album. Okay, she really did. And my question is, with Stevie J being one of the top producers with Bad Boy back then, I've always wondered, was he involved in any of the FOs with Diddy? Because we all know how he get down. We all know how damn Stevie J gets down. He loved the women. So I'm willing to believe he won't just making music while he worked for Bad Boy, because he worked for Bad Boy for quite some time. And he always said that he always wanted Faith. He always wanted Faith, but Faith was with Diddy. I'm not with Diddy, but Faith was with Biggie. So he kind of fell back, and he didn't get in the middle of that because he knew that was like crossing too many boundaries. So he just said he kind of sat back and watched from afar, but he always wanted Faith Evans. Faith was beautiful back then. She could sing, she could write. She was a triple threat back then. She was beautiful. And I think Mary J, with her having the low self-esteem that she had, and the fact that she knew that Faith was a presence to be reckoned with Bad Boy, that kind of made her feel away, at which she then kind of, like I said, became very close with Lil' Kim. Faith didn't like that because Kim was messing with Biggie. We kind of talked about it, but yeah, it was a hot damn mess, y'all. It was a hot damn mess. But we are into 1 hour into our show. We're going to end it here, and we will do a part 2 on Mary J. Blige because there's so much to unpack with her. Did you guys like the information that we dug up? Somebody said he goes both ways. I don't know. I'm gonna have to verify that before I say, Cassandra. I see you putting that in there. Could be, child. It's the industry. It's the industry. I don't know. I know he was on the Coquiana for quite some time, and so was Faith. But we're gonna get more into Mary J. Blige because there's so much to unpack. I wanted to pull some of the most informational videos that I found so that you guys can get an in-depth knowledge of Mary J. Blige. I love me some Mary J. She's very versatile. She can do a ballad. She can do something, this up tempo where you can kind of get crunk. Her voice has gotten better over the years. You can tell they put her through some vocal training because she was kind of rough in the beginning. But What's the 411 was probably one of her best albums to date. I still play it. I still play that album to this day. But we will talk more about Mary J. Blige tomorrow in our pop in. Thank you guys so much for joining. Okay. Somebody said lots of bacteria swapping. Yes, but y'all know that's the industry, honey. That is the industry. I always wondered too, did she participate in any of Diddy's wild parties? I mean, you never know, because back then she was kind of promiscuous a little bit. We can say that because I mean it's there. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. Allegedly she was a little promiscuous, and I feel like she was kind of hanging around over there at Suge Knight Studios and stuff because she was looking for somebody to love her. She was looking for somebody to break her off. And unfortunately, she got the youngest one there, which was Danny Boy. He could sing his ass off at 15 and 16, but he was a little mannish little boy who wound up falling in love with damn Mary J. Blige. And that's something I never knew. I never knew that he was smashing Mary. But I heard that Mary had smashed Pac. Okay, I had already heard that, but yeah. But let's get on out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Somebody said great commentary, Caramel. I enjoyed the show. Thank you guys so much. All right. Let's go ahead and hit the like button if you guys did not, okay? Please, please, please hit the like. I see a lot of you guys joining the live, but we're not hitting the like. Let's please do that because Caramel be doing a lot. I would have to watch a lot of videos to get you guys this content, okay? So please support the channel. Please, please, please. Thank you guys for any cash apps. Thank you guys for any super stickers. Thank you guys for showing love to the channel. Okay, let's get on out of here. We do have Car Chronicles tomorrow. I'll be sitting right here in this chair. I have some great tips for you guys tomorrow as well, okay? Getting those sloppy seconds. Yes, thank you so much, Rose Armstead. Okay, thank you, Bill Wilson, Linda Gamble. Do we have Scorpio missing here tonight? So thank you. All right, and content creators being here as well. Right, let's get on out of here, guys. Love you guys all the way down to the ground, and goodbye.